If dressage and orphans were my cowgirl prayers, gotta raise some money to save the camp, I swear, or save the ranch, or save the farm. Lord knows they're always in financial trouble. It's cowgirl summer with the pure boys. Hallelujah, amen. Heaven bless the show Heartland. Hallelujah, amen, amen. Yeah. Chow! Fudge Packers? Sure, let's bring it back. Chow, Fudge Packers. Welcome to Pure Boys Podcast. I'm Aaron Black and Chiz.
Oh my god, I almost forgot my own name. I'm David A.R. White, and I just want to remind you, folks and famine out there, anybody can be a fudge packer.
True enough. It's not hate slur. We're taking it back. Anybody can pack fudge. Hey, buddy, anybody can pack fudge.
It's true. I mean, what are we doing here if we're not packing fudge?
True enough. Yeah, isn't this show just one big fudge factory and we're all in it packing? That's what life is.
I really like the idea of Yiz and having a Yiz-based drink for everybody out there to slurp down, but I think we should maybe pack some fudge and sell it online.
Sure, like a spin-off of Thickwit or something like that.
Yeah, like, exactly.
We have a whole beverage and food umbrella that we have now. So we've got Yiz, we've got Thickwit, now we've got freshly packed fudge.
Exactly, freshly packed. It'll be so fresh you won't even be able to hold it in your hand. It'll just slip right through.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like fudge all that much.
Nah.
No, not really. I mean, it's fine. If there's nothing else, I'll eat fudge, but like,
Honestly, when I think of fudge and eating fudge and enjoying it, I'm just thinking about brownies. I'm not thinking about actual fudge. Because if I put actual fudge in my mouth, it sucks.
Yeah, and like, give me I don't know, maybe I might just be a simple farmhand, but I like a coffee crisp. I don't need a fudge. Give me a coffee crisp.
Give me a nice crunch with some rice bits in it.
Oh,
ooh-wee.
Man, I love you a crunch. I haven't had a crunch in forever. I mean, took a big fat crunch this morning, but haven't had one with rice in it forever.
I took a nice crunch as well, but I also haven't had a crunch in forever. It's one of those like things that you have every 4 years, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. Why don't I have this more often?
Yeah.
And then 4 years go by, and you're like, nah. Time to have a crunch.
It's like a coffee, or not coffee. Oh, it's like coffee crisp, delicious. It's like a cookies and cream bar. I don't know if you remember those, but like I feel like you can only get those exclusively in hospital vending machines. That's like the only place that they stock them. You can't buy a cookies and cream bar anywhere. You just got to go to the hospital and hope you got a toonie in your pocket to buy. By the way, Canadian is frick now. You got to put a toonie in the machine, get yourself a cookies and cream bar, and right next to that coffee crisp, and those Smarties, the chocolates, not the shitty rocket knockoffs.
We named our money Loonies and Toonies. Come at us, but the hospital vending machine is a magical experience. There's only specific things in there that you'll never see anywhere else, and death surrounds you, and it just tastes better.
It really does taste better, mixing with the smell and the taste of the chemicals in the air, and you eat that nice cookies and cream bar, and you're like, well, I hope my grandma doesn't die today, but then she does, and you go, well, I guess that's a core memory for Aaron Black.
That's what's in the news.
Hey, and that's a core memory. Please.
Well, I was just going to say, isn't it crazy how we go into a hospital and we smell the smell of the hospital and we associate that with the sick, dying, and death. But it's just clean air. Like, they just have like the best filter system in the world so they can keep people alive and healthy and stuff. And we smell that and think of the worst things.
That's true, but like, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, but it is the smell, right? And it's the smell that we associate. I don't know. It's society's weird like that.
Well, it's definitely mixed with old people smell. Like, you can't get that out of your air, no matter what kind of space-aged filter system you use.
No, and the smell of death, and just like knowing that in the basement of a hospital is just many rooms full of corpses. Just
haunted.
Super creepy for sure.
Super creepy.
Speaking of weird society things, isn't it weird that like we go into public bathrooms and take our penises out and pee on things and poop on things, and that's just like acceptable? That's just like we go, yeah, that's the agreed upon place where we can take our penises out. That's fine. Anywhere else, don't take your penis out, but a public washroom, take it out, buddy. Flap it around. Who cares?
Not even on, but like in something. Like you're peeing into a container.
True.
And then washing it away like nothing ever happened.
Yep.
And like you're in a washroom and you're looking into each other's eyes, and these are total strangers, but you're bonded for life because your bits have been out in the same room.
It's weird that you can take your penis out in a room with a child in it, and people go, that's fine. That's acceptable. We like that, actually. We want you to do that.
As long as you don't look, it's absolutely fine.
Oh, yeah.
I think all urinals should have dividers.
Agreed. Hard agree. Absolutely. I don't want anyone near, and space them out a little farther.
Oh, yeah. I went to stupid Europe,
Ugh.
and you're basically peeing in troughs everywhere you go.
Of course you are. That's the European way. They invented aqueducts, and they use them to piss in.
Not only do they not have dividers, but they literally, like, don't have any separation whatsoever. You're peeing into the same container.
Right, it's just a hole in the ground, and you and 5 other men are performing a urine bukkake into that hole.
And it's angled, so the guy at the top of the slope is like in charge or something. and the guy at the bottom of the slope is just a weak little crap hole who doesn't get to mix his stuff with anybody.
No, he's lucky he's even there.
Yeah, they should definitely force you to go into the slot that fits your pee stream.
Agreed, yeah. Before you go in, you should have to have your genitals inspected and to see how strong your urine flow is. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we're not doing the Kevin Sorbo tweet of the week anymore. We don't have to pretend like that stuff's fun to talk about anymore. That's great.
No, and we don't need to stop our beautiful ramblings to go to some stupid segment.
No.
We can just keep talking about urinals.
Yeah. I wish. Yeah. Well, we do have to do the Pure Boy's prayer. But...
Yeah, we definitely do. I also think that they should scan your brain because your memories hold how strong your piss is.
That's true. Yeah. And I mean, how's your prostate doing, right? And I'm asking generally, but I'm also asking you, David A.R. White, no relation. Well, how's your prostate this week?
Well, I've been told as long as you're not getting up more than twice in the evening to pee, you're fine. So I'm a one-man marching band in the morning, but I really would like to eliminate that and have a full night's rest. So I'm gonna get checked. I'm gonna get a doctor to stick some goo in me or whatever they do.
Yum.
And see what's up, you know.
This week we're talking about Season 1, Episode 2 of Heartland, After the Storm.
After the Storm. What a name for an episode.
Truly. And I just wanted to get that out of the way because now, of course, we need to do the Pure Boy's prayer.
Clap.
God bless our podcast, please.
God bless all podcasts, please. We love you, please.
Amen.
Amen.
Or a woman.
Was there a delay going on there at all?
Nope, I don't think so.
I think my old equipment was what caused a lot of the delay, which is crazy to me.
Maybe. I could see that, yeah. Hey, well, I mean, this is a little inside baseball, listeners, but we got David A.R. White a new microphone and a new fancy microphone, and now things have just improved for him, it seems.
Thanks to God, God has given me a microphone, and it's absolutely clear as hell.
Oh, Lord, you've given me a microphone.
I fell to my knees in a wooded glen, and it was beautiful.
I fell to my knees in the shower and let the water hit my face. And
man, that'd be hard on your knees.
Oh, yeah, for sure it would.
My knees.
Oh, God! You've given me a new truck and taken my knees as punishment, as payment. Oh, Lord, why?
Like, just dropping to your knees in a shower would be so painful.
Oh, yeah. That, like, bonk you'd hear when you just slam your knees down and go, oh, I've never done this before.
My meniscus is shattered.
Oh, Lord, you've given me new tendons. Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. But you can replace knees nowadays, so...
Only twice. Boom. Only twice. And then you can't get any more replacements.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
Yeah, that's what Big Pharma wants you to think.
Big Knees wants you to think.
Sure, Big Knees, look at these.
Beautiful.
Hey, Johnny. No, not Johnny. David. Oh, boy, this is going to take some doing. By the way, David Airwhite spelt W-H-Y-T-E, so not related to another guy, a famous man named David Airwhite, of course.
Yeah, maybe I should, like, accent it a little bit, like, what?
Oh, hey, you sound like a Southern dandy when you do that.
Yeah, David A.R., fine.
Yeah.
And then, what?
Ooh, did Artemis Gordon just come into the room?
Well, I think he did.
Oh, I like this new character.
Yeah, but only for my last name.
Of course, yeah. David A.R. White.
Exactly. Accent aigu, not needed.
Tabernac, get it out of here. Hey,
Canadian.
Of course, Canadian. Canadian is frick, loonies, toonies, and then decided we don't want to call anything else that anymore.
Do you think anybody figured it out that we were in Canada?
I don't think so. I think our stupid idiot listeners didn't figure that out.
We were so sly and so, just beautiful.
Haiti. Everyone thought we were Haitian. They thought we were the queens of Haiti.
Like cold Haiti? Are you idiots up there?
The mountains of Haiti? Are you fricked? What are you talking about? 100 episodes of lies, listeners.
Even the mountains of Haiti are warm.
Oh, yeah, of course. That came from a Haitian man himself. Even the mountains of Haiti is warm.
Yeah. The Haitian manual definitely starts with that.
Oh, Haitian Manuel. I love that guy.
Yeah, Haitian Manuel is a good name.
It's not a bad name, sure. I've been going back and listening to like old or like OG episodes, and there was an episode where we were going to change our names to we were both going to change our names to Ebony Dink.
I don't recall that at all. Like, you saying that does not jog any memory whatsoever, but we were both going to go with Ebony Dink?
Well, I suggested it, and you said, maybe I'll change my name to Ebony Dink as well, and then we were just both leaned into Ebony Dink for like a hot minute.
Copying or just repeating what the other person says is very funny sometimes.
Definitely it is, yeah. You know what else is really funny? The fact that we've got a segment that has returned.
Yes,
you thought
we have one to do.
You thought all the segments were gone. Well, guess what? We got one left. There's one that survived. The Great Culling, the Great Reset. And that is, of course, David Airwhite. Whomst was the Beggar Vance of Season 1, Episode 1 of Heartland?
This is such a tough question because so much happened in the first episode. Like, it was a pilot jam-packed, and we even get a previously on in the next episode to check us back in, but I would have to say the Beggar Vance was the storm because it killed the mom and it broke the horse, and Amy, and brought back Lou. So yeah,
that's true.
Now, what's your name again?
Aaron Black.
Aaron Black. Now, Aaron, now that I know your name, whomst was the Beggar Vance of the pilot episode of Heartland?
Well, thank you so much, David, for asking. And here's the thing. As the show goes on, it's going to become harder and harder to remember what happened in the previous episode that we just watched. Once we get to, like, Season 8, we're going to be like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what happened in Season 8, Episode 6. I don't remember. How am I supposed to know? But for me, the Beggar Vance of Pilot, Season 1, Episode 1 of Heartland, was probably Grandpa Jack. Because Grandpa Jack's the man, and he's holding that family together when Amy and Lou just want to tear it apart. And without Grandpa Toilet, Grandpa Ketamine, there would be no heart in Heartland.
Amen, brother.
It's the problem I described earlier is the problem I'm having with Fiveser right now, where I just recorded the Season 6 reflections, and in trying to remember like what the season was about, I was like reading back through old episode descriptions, and I'm like, geez, I barely remember half these episodes. I don't know what the hell was going on this season. I don't know. Niles was doing some stuff. Martin was doing stuff. I don't know.
Like, even with a previously on, which I had mentioned, it's still tough to really dig into the previous episode, even much more than a movie, because this all just kind of streams together. With a different movie every week, you can like, oh yeah, that was a completely different movie. And I'm pretty sure that your choice this week was informed by episode 2. Because motherfucking Jack rules in this episode.
Jack's the man in this episode. I love Grandpa Jack. Grandpa Jack might be my favorite character on the show right now.
Absolutely. I felt the exact same thing. I love his grumpy, growly voice in this episode. I think he's just perfected it for sure.
When he's chewing out Ty and he's like, I'm gonna go. You need to finish that gate, and I'm going into town. That gate needs to be done by the time I get back, and I'm not telling you when I'm coming back. And I was just like, oh damn, Grandpa Jack. All right, he's threatening a little harder. Okay.
And then he chews out the rich lady and puts her in her place. And then he's there for Lou to give her like a hug, knows he can't push her at that moment. And then earlier in the episode, he like really pushes Amy to like be better.
Yeah. Grandpa Toilet is the glue. Here comes the glue anytime Grandpa Toilet's on the scene. But he's the glue that holds the Roberts family. What's their last name?
Well, I think they have a different name than their father. They're like the Jenkins, and he's like the Junkins or something.
He's the Jenkums, and they're the Jenkins.
Well, this is why we need to have the IMDb up, I guess.
No. We'll learn it as we go. We'll learn it as we go. With Jenkins, their dad, he's not in this episode. Well, I mean, he's in flashbacks, but he's not. I don't even know if he gets new lines. I think those are just old lines from the last episode.
Yeah, one of the flashbacks is just an embrace with Lou, like a really tight hug.
Oh, yeah. And he goes, the picture didn't do you justice.
God, that was so creepy. Yeah. I swear in the previously on, they showed a very close-up shot of the trailer hitch breaking off of the truck, and I swear that's not in the pilot episode.
I don't remember the trailer hitch breaking, but they definitely showed that in the previously on or during like Amy's nightmares that she's having about it.
Both, maybe, because it's definitely in the previously on, because I was like, what?
Yeah, and it's not, and like sparks fly out of it and all that, and I was like, I don't remember that from the pilot, and I watched the pilot very closely. I mean, I only saw it once.
Very closely. I think they added. Well, I watched it 3 times, didn't see it.
Yeah, I'll take, you are the expert when it comes to season 1, episode 1 of Heartland.
Just the pilot. This one I watched absolutely last minute.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Just maybe one and done. Here's the thing. If you're going to watch every episode 3 times, then you're going to be watching like 700 or 800 episodes of Heartland, and I don't think you really want to do that.
No, absolutely not. I would like to describe how I got ready for this viewing.
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
I had done my morning walk, and I was like, I want to make this morning special. I wanted to make this viewing special. So I roasted up me a sausage and made the beautifulest omelet with cheese. And had a coffee in hand, and then turned on Heartland, and I was just in a beautiful spot, baby.
Oh, put the coffee in the pot, threw the eggs in the pan.
Exactly. I wanted to feel like a real Western yokel. No, that's a Yankee yokel.
I don't know, just a Western fella.
Yeah, dandy. Nah.
Well, I mean, David A.R. White is a bit of a dandy himself.
David A.R. White loves his eggs.
David A.R. White would own slaves if it was appropriate.
I don't know if I want to put that on myself, but it was very funny.
Well, he's a character.
He's a real character.
Yeah, I mean, no relation to any persons living or dead, of course.
No relation. I should say no relation after my name. Actually, I thought of that before we recorded our first episode. Totally forgot about the joke.
Oh, that's okay. Well, you got 11 more episodes to remember it.
And the legality of it really fits.
Well, that's why I always make it clear that it's spelt with a Y and not an I. You're not famous friend of Burt Reynolds, David A.R. White. Your simple country folk, David A.R. White.
Yeah, the creator of Christian online streaming.
Mm-hmm. The creator of Christian garbage.
Yeah, they should definitely dump PureFlex and call it ChristianGarbage.tv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a page out of Tubi's book.
Yeah, do it. And then you'll get purchased by Sony and everything will be butter, baby.
Well, they have been purchased by Sony, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing great.
And all of my favorites from childhood are on that streaming platform now. You got The Mask. You got Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh.
You got...
I thought you were talking about PureFlex.
No, I'm talking about Tubi.
Which PureFlex was bought by Sony, I'm pretty sure, in like 2020. I'm pretty sure they were purchased by Sony. Yeah. I know.
I gotta call Sony. Sony does seem like they have their foot dipped into the Christian community.
Oh, yeah. For sure they do. And that's why they got Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle on Tubi.tv.
A lot of those big like Christian movies that we did watch did have like a Sony thing going on.
That's
or was
true.
it Paramount? I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Yeah, these nuts.
It's all the same in here, I said, pointing to my stomach.
The first thing I noticed watching this episode was that there seemed to be a concerned effort to have cowboy hats on people.
Yeah, everyone's wearing a cowboy hat, whether it warrants it or not. And all I could think was, I got to get a good cowboy hat. Like, I have this pink cowboy hat, which is beautiful. It's great for Cowgirl Summer. But I got to get me a nice Stetson. That's what I got to get.
It's a great look. Like, it's powerful, but like also feminine because it's shaped like a vagina.
Sure, yeah.
And you can put feathers on it. You can put a nice little rope belt on it.
That's
you
true.
can do whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, I like the ones that I like the one that Amy is wearing. That's like kind of has like the flat brim in the front, and then goes up on the sides and kind of loops back around. I think that's really nice.
Oh yeah, the little rope. You can do whatever with the little rope.
Yeah, we got to keep it on your head somehow.
Well, with pilots, this is my theory: is that you shoot the pilot, then you get picked up, and then there's a process of like actually making the show. So it could be like 3 to 6 months between the pilot and shooting the next episode. So
Right.
they probably had some people like, I need more hats.
Yeah, give us more hats. We need time for Amy's teen acne to clear up.
Yeah, you gotta be tough.
Oh, if you're gonna wear a cowboy hat on television, you gotta be tough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of cowboy hats, a lot of beautiful shots of Alberta in this episode. And Soraya is back. The girl who she was chatting with online, who I didn't think was going to be a real person. I thought it was going to be a 45-year-old pedophile, is a real person, a buddy of hers.
Yeah, and she seems like she gets her own scenes in this movie. She works with her mother at a coffee shop, and it seems like she's going to definitely be like a main character of this series. And the fact that they had her like talking in the first pilot episode makes me think that they wanted to have her there, but she was like unavailable or something. And now she's just like a main character in this show.
Or maybe it was just cheaper to have less characters, but they're like, I bet Soraya is a major character in the books, but they were like, we just, we can't afford to have all because the first episode had like 5 people in it, right? And it's like, all right, we can't afford all of the characters. So we'll just, hey, Soraya, if you're a fan of the books, look, she's talking to Soraya. If the show gets picked up, Soraya will be there. Don't even worry. And then next episode, here's Soraya back from Quebec.
Right. I forgot that these are very heavily informed by a book that's already been done.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of them too. There's like 30 some. Well, when I looked them up on Thrift Books, it said there was 39 books, but some of them are like compendiums and collections. So I don't know how many actual books are in the Heartland series, but more than 20, I would wager. Like not as much as Animorphs, but probably more than Redwall. Does that make sense? Right. Are those good? Is that a good measurement?
I don't know what Redwall is, but I'm guessing there's less.
You don't know what Redwall is by Brian Jacques?
I don't.
It's a children's book
Canadian?
series. I don't know. I don't think, probably not. But it's a children's book series about mice and the kingdoms. It's like medieval fantasy, except it's set in the world of mice and badgers and rodents and stuff like that. And they're phenomenal. They're really great books. They're like they have very adult themes despite being children's books. And it's the kind of thing where like I've been reading them as an adult, and I'm really liking them. So there's 22 of them in the series, and there's like 54 Animorphs books. So I bet Heartland settles right in between there quite nicely.
Unfortunately, I have not discovered this. Between like 6 and 14, when you should be like reading a lot and getting to know what you like about literature and learning how to read and write and all that sort of thing.
Sure.
I just watched TV.
Fair enough. Well, I didn't have friends. I had books. So, I didn't have friends. I had family. And by that, I just mean I had my family around and no friends. So I read books all the time. So I read lots of books.
You gotta be tough.
Oh, if you're going to be a lonely old kid, you gotta be tough.
I never had friends either, but I definitely just filled that with TV.
Right. Well, having poverty TV, I don't know if you had cable, but we had poverty TV. Yeah. We had the basic 3. So there was no, what am I going to watch? The Urban Peasant during the day and Deanie Petty? No, I don't care about that. That's what my mom watches.
Oh, well, you did a bit because Urban Peasant ruled.
Yeah, Urban Peasant. That was an after. So you get home from school, you pop on the Urban Peasant.
Yeah. Well, I was a big YTV head. Yeah.
Sure, of
course. I
course.
had cable, baby, yeah.
What was the giant piece of gum's name that talked? What was that thing's name?
Giant piece of gum?
The giant
you mean like
purple gob.
Barney?
No, he was a purple dinosaur. And everyone hated him for some reason because he was nice. I love that Barney's whole thing was like, hey, I love you, you love me, love your neighbor. And people were like, fuck you, we hate you. Get fucked, dinosaur.
Well, eventually. I mean, they loved him at the start, but then hated him going down.
They hated once Baby Bop got introduced to the show. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Which I feel that this Heartland episode does.
I agree. Go for it. I'm going to look at what that gob was called.
Yeah. The first episode has so much in it. It really is trying to pound the story into you, and it has to bring up so many characters and also be entertaining. I feel like episode 2 was much more indicative of the rest of the series and the flow of the series and the writing and the acting.
Boy, I didn't listen to anything you said because I was looking up The Zone by YTV and PJ Phil, but I don't think that big gob had a name. I think they just called it nothing. I don't know what they called it.
Probably Gobby.
Yeah, probably big gross gob of goo. Gobagoo.
I was talking about how episode 2 is going to be much more indicative of this series than the pilot.
Yes, agreed. And that's how it goes with shows, right? The pilot is often most pilots almost feel like they're in a separate universe. Like they're in like they're not even really indicative of what the show is. It's just like, yeah, this is just like a thing. Do you like this? Okay, here's the real thing then. Yeah,
the pilot's like the fireworks on Canada Day, and the rest of the episodes are the rest of the year.
Right.
Just boring as hell.
Yeah, no fireworks and nothing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd like to retract something I said in the last episode. I like the theme song to Heartland. I'm on board. I listened to it this week and was like, oh, this is great. Once I gotten rid of my preconceived notions of what a theme song should be, thanks to David Ayer White from Pureflix.
Not David Ayer White.
Not David Ayer White. Then once I got rid of that, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was perfect for the show. And just so many sensual shots of people tightening straps on saddles and touching a horse's sexy muscular body. And I loved it.
A lot of sunlight, a lot of like smooth tones to pair with it. It's not a theme song that's gonna punch you in the face. But if you just kind of like, yeah, horse, the prairies, take a couple dabs of acid, you just kind of groove into it.
It certainly captures the feeling of being in that environment of just like nice and relaxing, and the sun is always setting. It's always golden hour, and it's just beautiful. And you're riding a horse, and you're 15 years old, and you got the rest of your life ahead of you, and you got this horse between your legs, and your whole life stretched out in front of you.
Oh yeah, you've said it absolutely perfect.
What did you think of this line from Mallory? I don't do horse poo. And then Grandpa said, well, that's kind of hard to avoid on a ranch. Got her.
Great. Mallory's obviously going to be the little scamp of the series.
Mhm.
I also love the line Google Schmoogle.
Yeah, Google Schmoogle, agreed. The fact that him saying I Googled it meant that he had to go onto the home computer and Google, like go to google.com, and he didn't just bring out his phone and do it. He just had to go to the home computer and close all of Grandpa's porn tabs that he had open and find one that didn't have porn and just had Google.
Well, everybody's after Grandpa Jack. Like, all these ladies in this community want a piece. Like, but he can't. He's got to look after his granddaughters.
That's right, the babes.
So he probably has to jack off a lot to get rid of that testosterone, baby.
He definitely, when Ty was searching how to build a horse jumping track, he typed in how to, and it just autofilled how to S your own D, and he was like, no, I'm not looking for that.
No, not at all.
He typed in how to, and it came up how to make a woman orgasm. That was the my alternative joke.
That was written. That was pre-planned.
I thought of it as I was saying the first one. I was like, oh, that would have been better, actually. How to make a woman orgasm. That's way funnier than how to S your own D. Everyone was expecting that.
Yeah, but like, how do you even give a woman an orgasm? It's a real question.
It's a myth.
Yeah,
it's a myth.
Legend.
Hey, speaking of S in your own D, Swallow is a horse that's being trained by the camp, and now he got shipped off too early back to his owners.
That was probably my only like not so great part of the episode, is that it like immediately starts with like a basic misunderstanding.
Yeah, with Lou being willfully obtuse, being like, "Oh, how's Swallow doing? Oh, he's fine. Oh, he's fine, you say? Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, your horse is perfect. Come pick him up. He's fixed." And it's like, Lou, calm down.
You know that horse that has head problems and is getting rehabilitated by us? Yeah, he's ready to go, baby.
Oh, yeah. She said the word fine. Her body language and facial expression said he's not fine, but her mouth said fine, so pick him up.
And Ty knows that the horse isn't ready somehow, even though he's been working on the ranch for maybe a week.
Well, he's got an instinct for horses, as Amy tells him later on.
Yeah, he's really going to find his instinct throughout the series, I think.
Oh.
Amy's instinct.
She's going to be giving her a little bit of instinct later. This girl's 15. We need to stop. We need to calm down.
Well, I think what we can learn from this episode is that teenage girls are allowed to be horny.
True. Oh, my God. If Soraya's any indication, yeah, teenage girls are allowed to be horny for everyone.
Yeah, it's... like teenage boys, if this was a teenage boy, we wouldn't think twice about talking about their horniness.
Normal.
But females that are younger than 18 are allowed to be horny.
This incel over here. Females. All right, calm down, neckbeard.
Okay, women of the evening.
Thank you.
No,
perfect.
wait a minute.
No. I love that Soraya is just every guy that crosses her path. She's just like, oh, who's this boy? Oh, who's this? Oh, Ty. Oh, you didn't tell me Ty was so cute. Oh my God, who's this boy? Oh, I love this boy too. And just every boy who steps in her path. I mean, I'm sure she gave Grandpa Toilet a pretty nice hug there too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Grandpa Toilet has it. He got it. He's gonna flaunt it.
He's a bit of a hunk. I'll give him that. He's a country hunk.
He looks a little different in this episode. I can't quite put my finger on what it is.
Like more salt than pepper? He's
got weird, like, wispy, thick, I don't know, wispy and thick are different things, but they're wispy and thick, like gray strands on his sideburns, like a lot. And then everything else is like dark, black. It's weird.
I get what you mean. Yeah, they did his hair different in this episode. I don't think it's the right call. I hope this isn't the look that he sticks with.
It's like they cut off some gray woman's hair and like stuck it in his cowboy hat or something.
I just can't wait till they go to church in an episode and he has to take his cowboy hat off and we can see what he's working with underneath that cowboy hat.
Well, government funded. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, gosh, well, yeah, you're probably right. It shouldn't either if the government's funding it, so keep them separated.
So Swallow, of course, is not rehabilitated, and Ashley wants to ride him because, she's a bad girl.
Well, yeah, and so the woman who the woman, Mrs. Roush, Ashley is Val's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So Mrs. Roush is just boarding Swallow at Briar Ranch. BR? I don't know if you noticed that.
BR.
Yeah, there is no delay anymore. We are totally in simpatico now.
That's crazy. But, yeah, I guess that ranch does more boarding rather than rehabilitation, although they have trainers there that do that too.
And nobody likes their trainers.
No, they're shit.
I'm glad that the whole people are canceling on us and going to BR to get their training done. I'm glad that storyline gets wrapped up in this episode. I'm glad that it's just stop doing that. Okay, yep, all right, fine.
Yeah, and Val's spreading rumors saying Mallory's gone. Is that her name?
No, Mallory's the annoying little girl. Marion. Marion's the dead mom.
Marion's the dead mom.
The only way to refer to her on this show.
The dead mom, Marion. She's whispering to people at the coffee shop, which, the best friend, Soroya, is at. So she gets all the gossip.
Oh, yeah. Well, Soroya's mom gets all that gossip.
She's spreading lies about the ranch, although she's saying half-truths because Marion, the mom, is dead, and she was the main horse whisperer. Now it's all on Amy.
I mean, if we were going to say the live mom, we might be talking about Val.
Exactly.
There are two moms on the show, one dead, one alive. So,
and Soroya's mom.
Oh, yeah, 3 moms. Oh, my God. Well, we didn't get Soroya's mom's name. It's only mentioned once. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, Jack says it, but we'll have to get that glued into our brain soon.
Oh, it will. She's not going anywhere. That diner is going to be a main staple on the show, I'd wager.
Okay. You don't build a whole set and then just never use it again.
Yeah, unless you're Frasier, and then you're building whole sets for one-off characters to just dump in and then be gone the next episode.
Well, you got NBC money, and you probably got those SNL assholes making you sets.
True enough. You don't have CBC money and have... I don't know.
A farm.
Yeah, old episodes of Mr. Dress Up making you money.
But they do.
They do, that's true. Hey, I know you and Lou aren't getting along, but if she was a horse, you'd try, right? Oh, Grandpa, wise words, Grandpa Jack.
Yeah, because if it was a horse, she would try. And even her own sister, because she abandoned them for the big city, she won't take the time.
No. Amy is unpleasant in this episode. Her interactions with Lou, I did not enjoy. She's such a bag to Lou the whole time. Lou tries to patch things up with her and is like, look, Amy, nobody expects you to just pick up where Mom left off. You've got a lot on your plate. Nobody expects you to just do the work right away. It's okay if you can't or don't want to do it. And Amy's like, thanks for the vote of confidence. She's just trying to take the pressure off, you stupid. Don't be such a stupid 15-year-old.
And then she's having trouble putting Spartan in a trailer. Duh. He almost died in one
he
a
frigged his
week
leg
ago.
up. Yeah.
And so Ty does this amazing thing, goes out to a clearing and makes her a little jumping area so that she can start training with Spartan without putting her in a trailer. And then she's like, oh, you think I can't put him in a trailer? Is that what you think? And then storms off.
Yeah, and he's like, I just built this nice thing for you out of logs. I'm trying to do a nice thing because I have a crush on you, I guess. I'm Ty.
Yeah, Grandpa Jack's all pissed off at me because I've been taking his truck and building this thing. Oh, I guess he took his motorcycle.
His beautiful Chevy Silverado. Oh, yeah. My God. I love that Chevy Silverado, and I especially love that it has a Ford logo on the front of it. Very confusing what it is, but from the front, it's a Ford. From the back, it's a Chevy Silverado, and I don't know what the hell it is in that regard.
Well, it looks great coming and going.
Yeah.
Speaking of trucks, I don't think we're ever going to see Ty's truck again. And it's probably because the production couldn't get a hold of that truck.
Maybe, yeah. The insurance on that truck was probably pretty expensive because it's a very old truck that's been refurbished and everything. So, yeah, it was probably too expensive to have.
Very cheap or very expensive. With antiques, you never know.
Yep, they put a motorcycle in the back of it just to be like, look, once we lose the rights to this truck, we're just going to give you a motorcycle. Just ride your dirt bike everywhere, buddy.
Probably something that's informed by the book because, like, why?
Right? Yeah, weird choice for sure. Ty's probation officer comes to the farm because Marion was his sponsor when he got out of jail, but she's dead, so now he doesn't have a sponsor. So the guy's like, well, Grandpa Jack, I mean, you could be a sponsor, but like with your age, do you really want to do that? And Grandpa Jack's like, hey, buddy, get off my land. I'll do it.
I'm only 40.
Farm life is rough on a guy. I'm 43 years old.
I've been doing it since forever.
And so, yeah, it's so by the end of the episode, of course, he signs the paperwork and sponsors Ty so Ty can stay on the ranch because he sees what a good person Ty is. Ty built this thing for Amy. He didn't have to do that, but he wanted to help her out and also get freaking laid at some point. But for now, he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
Yeah, he's turning himself around. He's way less of a scatterbrain during this episode and kind of like the normal person throughout this whole episode.
I kind of liked Ty as the episode went on. Once he stopped whining about all the work he had to do as a farmhand, which like, yeah, bro, do you want to go back to jail or do you want to shovel horse shit? Those are your options right now. So which one do you want to do? But once he stopped whining, once he started doing nice things, I was like, all right, I kind of like you, Ty. You seem like you got a good heart.
I don't care what he did to go to jail. I just want to know exactly what his age is because it's driving me mental.
He went to jail long enough that he needs a sponsor once. So he must have gone to juvie. Like he's probably 16 or 17, I'd wager then, because if you get out of jail and you're 30, you don't get a sponsor. You get a kick in the ass, right? So he must be underage because he needs someone to look after him.
Yeah, it must be because like the best situation is that you go to a halfway house once you're like 18.
Yeah.
And that's dark as hell. You don't get to go to a ranch and get sponsored on your probation.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Although you probably should give yourself some life skills.
Well, it makes the most sense to like integrate people who've been in jail back into society instead of just dumping them out in the street and going, figure it out. Don't turn back to a life of crime, even though we give you no options to make your life better.
Nah, it's a big dump. We like the dump situation. Yeah, we don't want to, take hold of people's lives and improve them.
Ooh, no. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, buddy.
Boo earns.
Yeah, Boo earns. And also Boo Mallory's parents, because they don't seem to care about her at all. She is just living at the ranch. And Grandpa Toilet's like, don't your parents care about you? And she's like, nah, not really. Oh, damn, that's sad.
I love how Grandpa's just making like snide comments directly to her the whole episode about like how she should not be around and she talks too much.
Everyone's doing that. Ty literally says to her, shut your mouth. If you want to help me, don't talk to me then, and you can help me. Oh, do you think I talk too much? Yeah, I think you talk too much.
I had no idea Ty was going to build like a jumping arena for Amy. I thought he was like hiding drugs and like running drugs or something.
You thought he had a gambling debt of over millions of dollars that he needed help paying off, and then a bunch of guys come to rough him up, and then we never see those guys again.
Yeah, exactly. Or he's like hiding smokes in the woods like I used to do when I was 16.
Hiding your darts.
I'd go down to the lake and put a pack of smokes under like a couple of branches and like a rock, and then I would go down there, have a dart in the woods alone.
Nice.
And then go back home.
How did it feel?
Oh, I felt like I was getting away with murder, and I had these lighters, and I'd play with candles, and my dad's like, "Why do you have all these lighters?" And I was like, just like fire, and he was like, "All right,
cool, yeah, don't burn the house down, buddy."
Oh, yeah, candles, yeah, cool. Candles are cool.
Sure, yeah. You know what? Actually, burn the house down. I don't care.
Well, insurance is great. Like insurance money, everybody pines for it.
Oh yeah, exactly. You got to get that insurance money. How else are you supposed to buy your next house? Hey, David,
bigger, better, faster.
You should really relax, David. You're getting lines on your head.
Well, maybe you should like grind your fingers into my forehead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you talking about tea touching?
Oh yeah, tea touching.
That's where you massage the center of people's forehead, the third eye of the people's foreheads to get, you do it to a horse to get it to relax, according to Marion.
It's crazy to me that they don't talk about the third eye and then don't go into like that for like 5 minutes at least.
Right. Why can't Amy's the best at opening horses' third eyes.
Exactly. You got to be too.
You go out to the field, you're going to see horses sitting in the lotus position. You're going to see horses meditating, and those horses have no concerns. Their lives are sweet.
Well, they get candy a lot. They get carrots.
Yeah.
Are you weirded out by Amy giving him a carrot instead of candy now?
No, I like it. That's better for him. He needs a carrot more than he needs like a peppermint.
A bunch more like CBC government hogwash, if you ask me. Give these horses candy.
I'm surprised that Big Milk didn't get their milky little fingers in there and go, oh, no, horses love a tall glass of milk. That's what they need.
I couldn't believe that all these characters' hands weren't covered in milk.
Oh my gosh, you work at Heartland Ranch? Isn't that sponsored by Dairy Milk? Oh.
No.
Is it Saputo? Is that who sponsors this farm? Saputo?
Oh, bags of milk. Bags of milk.
Yeah, bags of milk. A thing that I guess exists, but not anywhere I've ever been or seen. But apparently in Canada, it's a thing somewhere in, I'm guessing, one small portion of Ontario and maybe the Maritimes.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Is Ontario and the Maritimes. Probably, like you said, not even all of Ontario,
No.
but that's all you need.
Moncton. Well, that's New Brunswick, but look.
So,
if T-Touch can work on a stubborn old nag, it can work on you.
Amen.
That almost causes Grandpa to spit his coffee out.
Because she's jamming her fingers into Lou's forehead.
And even after Lou's been like, look, you can't hang out right now. I'm very stressed out. I've got a lot of work I'm doing right now. Oh, okay. Well, here, let me touch your forehead. I'm Mallory. I'm just a little annoyance.
Well, Lou is trying to balance her job from the big city and running this ranch, which she's failing at epically.
She's making mistakes for sure. But you know what? Nobody expects her to pick up where Marion left off.
Oh, no. Nobody does. Amy or Lou.
No, or Grandpa for that matter.
Do you think Wayne Gretzky is going to become Lou's love interest?
Oh, and by Wayne Gretzky, David, of course, means Stephen Amell. Special guest episode on this beautiful episode of Heartland. The WWE Stephen Amell.
Maybe the whole season. It seems like they're setting up a season arc for sure.
For sure. Well, he's the like king of the rodeo. And but he's like a young kid, but he brings his horse at the end of the episode. He brings his horse to Heartland because his horse is scared of dogs. And he's like, "Look, I heard that Amy. I don't know who Amy is, but I've heard that Amy is great with horses." And Amy's like, "Oh, that's me. Yeah, I'm Amy." There's definitely going to be a rivalry between Ty and Stephen Amell now.
Oh, definitely. I think Jesse might be dead.
Yeah,
like,
Jesse's
already.
gone. Yeah, Jesse's gone. He choked on his braces and died.
He might come back as like a sniveling idiot at some point, like a comedic foil.
Yeah.
That like tries to date Mallory in like 10 years.
Sure. Or he'll come back as in a newspaper clipping of a kid who shot up a local school or something.
He'll be like a wino trying to get everybody to give him a job.
Please, can I go to jail so I can get out and get a job at Heartland Ranch, please?
Just dirty and like the XXX bottle in his hand and
just a jug.
That's Jesse's future for sure.
For sure. But it's not Stephen Amell's future. Stephen Amell's future is playing Green Arrow for, I don't know, endless seasons.
Oh, he's Green Arrow. I remember that face.
Yeah, for sure.
That
Yeah,
put him.
The WWE's Stephen Amell.
Was he ever in a movie or no?
Not that I'm sure he's been in movies, but I don't know for sure. But I do know that he was in several large WrestleMania matches, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, once you start on Heartland, your career is growing from there for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, in like 10 years from when we see him on Heartland, he's like wrestling at WrestleMania. Maybe more. Maybe like 15 years after we see him in Heartland, he's wrestling at WrestleMania. It's crazy.
Well, he beefs up. He probably learns how to be strong from the horses, and he probably says that a lot on the WWE.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like these moves? I learned these from the horses on Heartland, as he does a donkey kick and kicks John Cena across the ring.
They might have kicked me off the show for it, but I learned how to be tough.
I learned how to take bumps.
Hell yeah. Good for him. Great for him.
We also find out the vet's name is Scott Cardinal. So immediately I'm like, oh, Lorne Cardinal's going to be his dad 100%. Maybe even playing the real Lorne Cardinal, playing himself.
Who's that?
Lorne Cardinal?
Yeah.
You don't know Lorne Cardinal?
I don't think so, no.
Well, you would if you watched Corner Gas.
Oh, that man.
Yeah, Brent Butt. No!
God, he was my hero for so long.
Lorne Cardinal? Yeah, me too. He's the best.
Brent Butt.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like, to have a name like that?
Oh, how could you not get into comedy?
Exactly.
How could you not make the most successful Canadian comedy show of all time?
Well, that could be argued. I mean, Degrassi.
Royal Canadian Air Farce.
Yes. Red Green.
Oh, hey, Red Green. Now we're talking. This hour's 22 minutes.
Red Green is on Tubi, and I watched an insane amount of Red Green when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to watch it. I don't need to at all.
You know, do you remember the Possum Lodge? You remember their motto? All the guys had to do the Possum Lodge prayer?
Something about hating their wives.
Yep.
And if they have to do it, I guess something.
I guess. Trying to remember anything else from that show. Harold, that was a character.
Yeah, with his keyboard, he's a nerdy outdoorsman.
The only character I liked was Ranger Dan.
I don't remember Ranger Dan.
He lived in the fire watchtower and he was a lunatic.
That's good.
Yeah, he was funny. His character was legitimately funny on that show.
Everything about that show was legitimately funny, except for hating your wives.
Oh.
Love your wives.
Nah, hate them, whatever. They're nags. Just like the horses in Heartland. They're a bunch of nags. Stubborn old nags.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, get in the trailer.
Yeah, stupid horse. Well, all you gotta do is trick the horse, though, and show him that, like, okay, and this is a good idea from Ty. No, I guess it's not Ty's idea. I guess it's Amy's idea. She has it in a dream.
She might have superpowers, everybody.
Yeah, she's like, I had a dream and I wasn't myself. I was Spartan. She wakes Ty up in the middle of the night to say that to him. And he's like, okay, go away. I'm tired. But her idea is to set up the trailer like a bridge so that Spartan has to walk through the trailer to get to his paddock, which is his favorite place on the farm. So she needs to show him that the trailer is safe, and so they open the side door and use it as a bridge. It's a great idea, and it works.
Yeah, they should have used this on me after I got into my first car crash.
Fair enough. I guess they should have. Well,
yeah, they should have set up the car in front of Laser Quest, so I had to go through my car to get to Laser Quest.
And have someone with a carrot leading you through.
Yeah, maybe candy.
Like
maybe a Butterfinger.
The carrot's really what did it. Like, it's not that he felt safe in the trailer. She had a carrot that she lured him in with, and he was like, oh, carrot. Oh, yeah, I'll have that.
And carrots are really nature's candy.
Oh, I guess, yeah. That is what parents told their kids when they were growing up to get them to eat their garbage.
You don't like carrots?
No, I like carrots, but I wouldn't call them nature's candy.
No, I love carrots.
I would say like
garbage.
Like peas are nature's candy.
Yeah, nature's garbage.
Yeah. Is there anything else we need to talk about with this episode? I don't know.
I don't think so. I will say, at the end, once they start horse jumping and the theme song comes on, I almost welled up. I was just like, this is freaking awesome.
Yeah, my last note is, God, I love cowgirl life. And I
really though, like everything about it just seems perfect.
Yeah, they're all there. Everybody's smiling and waving. It's golden hour. It's always golden hour. Amy's looking so happy on that horse riding around, and it's just, what more could you want out of life? And I mean that's actually kind of sincere. Not even kind of. I mean that sincerely. That really looks like genuinely a beautiful, great life to have, and I wish I had more of it.
Yeah, I am being very genuine in this as well. It just seems like a life that would turn you into a very good person, like honest, hardworking, but just like enjoying the crap out of nature.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's it. Hey, I got nothing else to say about this episode. Episode 2 was great.
If we could all be horse girls in our next life, I think we'd be living a beautiful dream.
I'd love to be a horse girl in my next life because that would mean I have a great ass.
You'd pick an ass over tits?
Yeah, for a horse girl? Yeah, for sure. Oh, I mean, even in general, sure. I'm an ass man over a tits man.
And like horse, it's functional because it's, cushion.
Yeah, well, sure, yeah. And it's for the pushing.
It's your own saddle.
It really is your own saddle. When you put it like that, your ass is your own saddle.
Well, I can't wait to watch episode 3.
Yeah, me too. Well, until next week then. Oh, and also, I haven't, we're recording this earlier than I was expecting, so I haven't heard back if I've won the 50-50 draw from the Pony Club yet. So next episode, I will for sure know if I've won that 50-50 draw. And also, I had a surprise for you on this episode, but we cruised right past it, so I'll save it for the next episode after this.
Save it for another time.
That's
Mother
right.
Lover.
Hey, I love you.
I love you.
We
love you.
Cowgirls.
Please?
Yes,
If dressage and orphans
This is a very religious
were
song.
my cowgirl prayers,
Maybe too religious.
gotta raise some money. Just save the camp, I swear, or save the
on
ranch,
point.
or save the
It's
farm.
correct,
Lord
yeah.
knows
Yeah.
they're always in financial trouble.
They didn't have to save the ranch this time. Well, kind of.
Cowgirl summer
Always
with
gotta save the
your boys.
Blue
Hallelujah,
almost screwed it up.
amen.
They're saving their
Heaven
reputation, I
bless
guess.
the show,
Yeah.
Heartland.
It's really loud.
Hallelujah,
This thing sounds loud, too.
amen.
I'm going to have to re-edit this so it's a little quieter.
Amen.